up there, and coming in from almost the same spot as our very first flight path. We're coming in from Primorsk, going across that West Gas Station Farm area, going all the way up and through to Lipovka. Now, last match we were down along Milta, right along the same type of flight path. So I'm guessing we'll see some of the same drops, the early fights. Let's see if Control is over here with Death of Angel, and let's see, I don't see Control this time. Maybe they're headed towards their second drop. I do see Death of Angel right here on top of Team 12, Flex Esports. We've also have Rich Esports over here by Team Canada. Going to the GACA area, we have Team Entity with Ventrue Inc. So now let me scroll across the way. Team Canada on a huge split down at this western gas station bridge area. So I think GACA may be our first. You can see on the smaller map that Velocity Extreme doing just fine. So I'm going to head on over to GACA. Let's see. And our first zone is a repeat of the previous match. So it's almost a replay of what's going to be happening over here. Ventrue, one of them going down to Ace OP. Ace OP with that J6 and the Vector. How about that? So now let's go ahead and see what else is going on in the lower right hand corner. You can see that we do have the two teams over here in Pachinki facing off. We do have Upgrade, who won the last Pachinki match, getting contested once again by Evolution Gaming. So let's see, the Panthers headed up and to that northern side, heading on out towards the North Georgia area, maybe to Luton Peace for a few. We've got Extreme Slayers right over here with Team 6 once again, Fox Power. But we also have Team Control. Team Control may have some issues over here in Texas. They've got two teams right to the south of them as they're headed over towards Lipovka. Looks like the Fox team has pulled away. Rich Esports now in a fight over here, and I think that was one of them from Team Canada. So let me check in on Team Canada, find out who we lost. It was Claus. So Claus, once watching with the rest of us. Claus, come on, let's sharpen them. Let's get them sharpened. Oh, do you know me over here? Looks like we might have some issues also over here in this California coastline with Flex Esports right here on top of Team 19, Death of Angel. So I don't see, oh, I do see Nemesis backing up. Do you know me? You know me. So let's go. It looks like he's gonna be okay. Hello everyone and welcome to the Felis $1,300 Fur and Fortune Semifinals Group B versus Group C today. This is day 2 and we're starting off a little bumpy, guys. Little bumpy. Alright, so we had some issues with the room and the start, and I'm just gonna start over here with Tonka. Alright, so I think we've got everything rolling. You see in slot 3 we have Ventrue Inc. Slot 4 Demon Souls. Slot 5 Team Aces. Slot 6 the Panthers. Slot 7 Team Canada. Slot 8 Upgrade. 9 Death of Angel. Slot 10, Velocity Extreme. Slot 11, The Golden Fire. Slot 12, Team Entity. Slot 13, Rich Esports. 14, Silver Spurs. 15, JP Esports. 16, Rest in Peace Department, Urza Esports in slot 17. Slot 18, Poison Esports. 19, Silent Esports. 20, Straight Outta Nepal. 21, VIP Esports Mego. And 22, Fire. So we're coming in from that Stauber area up in that northeast corner, going all the way down to the California coastline, way past the Pacific Coast Highway, west of Gacka and Quarry. Hello, Mohammed. Big fan, big fan, big fan. Hello. So it does look like we got quite the cluster in the middle of that flight path. Let me scroll on in and find out what is going on here. Looks like Roz is fine. We've got the volcano and the compounds around it, the school, recall. They're all right there. Ooh, there's our first zone. Very central in the main island. So Pachinki, we got a couple of teams already in there. It looks like they're getting ready to get a fight, but we also have quite a few coming down over this quarry area as well. And we do have Tonka jumping right here with Fire Exia. So we'll stay here for just a second, but we also will go into Pachinki. Let's check in on what is happening over in Pachinki, because we do have at least 2 teams, and I see one of them from the Silence going down. So let's scroll on out. Upgrade versus the Silence. It looks like Fear pushing right up and in. We'll go ahead and do some side-by-side action. See if we can get some early fat action, because I do think that Tonka's getting ready to get in a fight over here as well. We have Ventru Inc. on the screen. They did come in first yesterday. I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but let's go. So we did get another knock by 6 and a Havoc. Whoa, also look at that nade going right up and over. So Fear, look at that. Fear spinning around on the Silence, not giving the Silence much area to work in. He's up to 2 eliminations as well. And let's see, a Nemesis. Nemesis was a top fragger yesterday. Let's click on over and find out what is happening over here. Nemesis still getting pushed up by a duo as well, and I do believe that might be it. That is it for the Silence over here in Pachinki. Here we're able to get 2 of those. Nemesis down to 1 HP. Look at your health bars on these 2 fraggers. Nemesis. Ooh, I think one of them just got knocked. Let's see. Melgar on the outside, and that might be it. We do have 1 more in the area for Exia. It looks like Z's right on over here. Might be able to get away from Ventru. So we do have that as well. We also have the Rest in Peace department over here with Team 10 Velocity Extreme. So we also, and what did that say? Nomi or Meowie? The Meowie was the one that was over here getting all those shots straight across. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. Let's go back to the main screen now. Hello everyone, welcome in. Please hit the like if you remember. It does help us all out. Now, let me go ahead and put this map up here so we can get a better idea of what's happening. We do have Death at Angel all the way up in that northeast side. They've got pretty much the whole northeast to themselves. They can do whatever they want. Rich Esport all the way up in Severny. We also have the Panthers in North George. But the rest of this area along this coastline is pretty filled. We do have, looks like Team Entity getting ready to get into a fight right on over here. Let's get on over to Team Entity. And I'm going to check in the map over here and find out what else is happening. I do see that VIP Mexico is right over here getting ready to get into a fight as well. So let's see what's happening. It looks like Team 18 coming right over. Reyes in this perfect position to try to get those shots straight on down. And look at that. Victex might be in a great position as well. Victex trying to get the shots across onto Team 18. Poison Esports. Ooh, Reyes does get knocked. And now we're fighting the blue, not only ourselves. So now let's go. What else can I tell you guys? It looks like Victex is going to go ahead and move on closer, but Victex is going to run right into the sole survivor of Exia. So now let's see. Oh, he sees all those smoke plumes out there. So we got some chaos going on, guys. Got some chaos going on. Let me go ahead and put that map back up there, show you that the blue is coming and is starting to push all these teams right up and in. So now we do have, let's see, David. Where is the solo? Because they are missing. So we have 2 teams now already down to solo. Still in stage 1. So let's see what else is going on. And it does looks like Velocity Extreme may be in some trouble over here. Let's check in on Silent, because Silent does have not only Team Entity up on that ridgeline, but they also have Rest in Peace Department starting to come up and around on the other side. And Phoenix and Silent, they are going to run right over here into Voltex. Voltex, I see you. Voltex on this ridgeline, keeping an eye across the way onto Velocity Extreme as well. So let's go. Let's keep an eye on this fight. And we are in stage 2. You can see that we're going from Yasnaya to Razak, all the way down around those farm areas, centering up around the OP dip. So we'll have to find out what's going on. We already have Team Canada headed over to that OP dip area and taking over those hills, getting those sight lines all up and ready. So we have Demon Souls coming in by Velocity. And let's see. No, not Velocity Upgrade. Let's see what's going on with Snaps. So, oh, Snap got snapped by Team Entity. Yeah, he went driving right on past him, because Team Entity is paying close attention to all the teams that are coming up right behind him. Alright, so let's go. It looks like most of these teams are trying to come on in. Oh, Volt X also coming right up and in onto Team Entity. So now let's see what's going on. Carnage from across the way. Wiz getting knocked, trying to get those shots straight across onto Loston. Loston right across the way has perfect eyes right onto him, and Ace OP is able to find a couple of them coming in there. Already up to 4 eliminations, and it looks like Meowie may be the last one still standing for the Rest in Peace Department right over here. I think Voltex, yeah, Voltex is bleeding out. I think Meowie may be able to get out of that. The Chose 25, hello, pretty, hello, Godlin here, green, and well, hello, Godlin, hello, big fan, hello, everyone. Make sure you let me know you're out there. I truly appreciate your support. You guys are absolutely amazing. Alright, so let me go ahead and put this map screen up while I try to figure out who's going to be the next to get in the fight. I feel like Team Entity is going to go around Pachinki, and they may have some issues with Upgrade. I feel Havoc coming out to create his namesake. I think he knows that Team Entity is coming up behind him, so we're going to stay here for just a second. Find out if he knows that they're back there. I just know he does. Alright, let me center up this map a little bit better for you guys. Sorry about that. Give you a little better idea where your teams may be. if you have teams in here or players in here you want to check on, just let me know. Havoc jumping on out of that vehicle, getting ready to come up onto Team Entity. Loston! Loston, are you on foot out there? Ooh, I think Loston's in. Oh, I thought I saw him running on that road. I was like, oh, lost in pavement. Alright, so now they are definitely hunting Team Entity. There's no doubt in my mind. They knew that Team Entity was going to wrap around over in this direction, and they were ready for it. And here they are already. Oh, look at this. They're just going to follow them right along. The hunt has begun. Sound the horn, or whatever they say. I don't know what they're saying, guys. I really don't. Ooh, there goes another one from Velocity Extreme. Out to VIP Mago. And there's no one over on this eastern edge, so I'm just going to go ahead and kind of scroll it on in. And again, this is a really good time to show you the map because these guys are rotating fast. They know that the zone's about to pop. They have less than 30 seconds for the next zone. So they need to have their vehicles gassed up and ready to roll on out. And, ooh, Team Canada in a fight. Let's go over and find out if we can figure out where Team Canada is. They were right over here. Oh, Team Canada taken out by Ventru. And Ventru's getting ready to get into another fight over here. Ventru, you can see Rich Esports. We got Slay straight across, and they just took out Team Canada. Baby Kangaroo, where is you? Alright, so now, let's see. We also have Team Aces not too far away, so Malgar up to, or Nemesis is up to 3 eliminations. They are a big letdown team, if you guys don't know this already, so I'm fully expecting them to do very well. Alright, let's scroll in just a little bit, get that map screen back up there, because we are starting to close into these later stages and it won't be as easy to get this map screen up there. And let's see, straight out of Nepal now. Look at this as they are coming right up and in. Let's get on over here and find out who's pushed up. Oh, everybody is coming on over here. This is the active place. We got the Golden Player Ventru down to just a duo now. It's solo. Tonka is the last one. All of these teams coming up onto Ventru. Ventru throwing those nades out as we've got 4 teams coming up and in onto this. We do have the Golden Player. We've got Team Entity, Rich Esports. We also have Josh up from Team Aces, also trying to get into this third party up on the hill. So I think we might be able to get Malgar picked back up. But look at this Team Entity on the outside, also trying to stop all of this from coming on down. So now let's go on over and check in on the Golden Fire. Haslick getting his teammates picked back up, but you can see here the footsteps as Rich Esports is coming right up and in. We also have Ventru coming right up and in as well. So now let's go. Let me check in on what they're doing from above. Kunjan across the street, and we've got Team Entity up on this bridge trying to get into that third party, but Team Entity has Upgrade coming right up on the hill behind them now. Upgrade also trying to get into some of this party action. The barbecue is right on down over here though, guys. And so now Upgrade and straight out Nepal getting ready to run into each other as they are getting pushed right up and in onto this third party that is going on down in down in the valley. Down in the valley below. I don't know how that one goes. I have no idea. So now let's go ahead and center up this map while we still have the fight that's going on over in the other side as well. Let me get these fights on the side by side. The Golden Fire coming right up and in. We still have Tonka and Melgar over here. Don't forget that Ventru Inc. is in first place right now as we come on in. They have one more day. This is their last day. Last 5 matches. We are doing 5 matches tonight. And look at this. With straight out in the ball. Coming right up and in. Let me check in on some Fear. Fear is down. So we're down to just 6. 6 is over here trying to pop them with the S12K. Coming right on in. Straight out of Nepal. The Bulls on parade just pushing right up and in onto that compound. So now let's get back on over and see where the next fights are going to be. It does look like the Panthers are also over here in a fight. Look at this. The C-swap over onto Demon Souls. And for just trying to get on out of there. But, ooh. Another one, and driver's seat with the gilly going on. So now, let's see. Tonka with that cheeky peek trying to get him. And now we do have another team pushing up and in. Rich Esports has decided to push up and into this compound as well. And we did lose Nemesis. Nemesis up to 4 eliminations. You can see Rich Esports right outside the others. So over here at the Alamo, we still have Demon Souls up at, oh look at this, Demon Souls wrapping around the Alamo where we've got the Panthers right on in here. Demon Souls just trying to make it difficult for them. Look at Gambit just sitting here behind the blown up loot truck. Look at all the loot under that truck. It's like, ooh, and here comes Death of Angel. You know me. Yes, I do, and I'm a big fan. Coming right up and in onto Demon Souls and the fight. Urza Esports also coming up and in. All these teams pushing right up and in. Let's go across over to Rich Esports and check in on Jat. Find out what Jat is doing across the way. Straight out of Nepal, right across the way. You know me. Trying to get some of those shots across into Demon Souls. Demon Souls right over at the car spawn. Can he get that knock? We do have Team 17 pushing up and in as well. Urza Esports listening to all of this. Plus, we had a solo from the Panther that just got found by Rich Esports. Slay right on over here. Also keeping an eye across the street from You Know Me. So we got a couple of angles over onto the car spawn. And Pain going down, but here comes the push by Urza Esports coming right up and in, right on top of them. So now they're going to try to get this elimination. They're going to throw the nades. You can hear the nades. The smokes are coming up and around, and there goes the nade. Pain able to get picked up, rezzed by You Know Me, and here's Nemesis number 2 or 3 in this lobby. So, let's check in on Coffin. They are both down in the dip across the way. But if you look up in your upper right-hand corner, you can see that all these teams are trying to crush into the same location. This is the stage of anarchy. We have all down to 7 teams already. Coffin down to 1 HP as he drives right up onto Urza Zeus. Pain coming up and doing the tires squish. It's going to take some time to get out of there. And there is my favorite Mutant Grape. There he is right there live on your screen trying to get the right in the face. Some grape jam for us. Alright, so now let's check in on what Tonka sees from above. Tonka is now up to 4 eliminations. Looking straight on down into Rich Esports. Let's see if we can get some sky view of the chaos that is happening. Let me get on over here and zoom on up and out. We'll try to get some live action from the sky. Birds on parade. We got Demon Souls pushing right up and there goes Rich Esports. We are down to the top 5 teams. Demon Souls pushing up along this ridgeline. We have Death the Angel across the street. All 3 of them remaining straight out in Nepal versus Team Aces. And I'm missing one team in all this. Ventru. Demon Souls. Death the Angels. Look at this. Sadra trying to race down onto Tonka, and Sadra winning the 1v with Tonka, and there goes Tonka. So now we are down to Melgar across the way. Ace is deep looking for him, knows that he is not that far away. These teams are in zone and they are keeping their backs clear. But let's see what's going on across the way. Across the way, it looks like we're getting into a fight with Death of Angel right on over here. And Demon Souls. There goes Demon Souls. We're down to the top 3 teams now. Death of Angels, Team Ace is coming in strong. And Death of Angels down to just a duo now. And now it is Melgar versus all 4 of them from Team Aces. Alright guys, there we go. Team Aces coming in first. Let me get the iPad up there so you guys can see all the scores. Team Aces coming in first with 8 eliminations. We got Ventru Inc. coming in second with 12 eliminations, and Death of Angels coming in third with 6 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18. Going all out straight out of Nepal. Zig? Is that Zig? I'm not exactly sure, guys. 8 eliminations, 831 damage. We'll be jumping with straight out of Nepal when we come right back. Please hit the like, and I will see you in a few minutes. Okay, over here on the side. So I'll go ahead and put this back up. Give you guys an idea where everyone is. I can put the map screen up because right now this is the fight that's going on, and it's very strategic. They're making sure that they don't rush out. We do have Team Entity, all 4 of them still standing. We do have Ace OP on the screen with 1 elimination. So now we're getting a little chewed up as we're trying to push up. So now let's see what else is going on. Let's check in on what is happening over here in Pachinki. We do have all 4. It looks like a 4v4 situation in Pachinki. I'll go ahead and keep an eye on that down in that lower right hand corner. But let's pay attention. We got Nike down. Ace coming up and finding him right up on that roof line. Ace OP. 3 eliminations. Gonna be able to get Nexus and Nike picked back up. Nice job, Ace. Alright, so now let's see what else I can see over here. Let's go ahead and get some live screen on Havoc. My screen just likes you. So now we'll stick here with Havoc for just a minute because he is in the middle. Havoc is always in the middle of everything. So it looks like we got 66666 pushing right up and in. He is down to about 5 HP and he gets found right through that door. But Tall Man is over here. Tall Man's going to be able to help get him picked back up. Havoc coming right up and in. Tall Man trying to get those shots right in the cross. Trying to get... Ooh, 6 goes down. So now it is Tall Man and Fear. Fear trying to push up and in, trying to back up his team as Tall Man is trying to hold him off. We are resetting. We got the Mollies coming up and in, but it is still a 4v4 over here in Pachinki. As we do have Evolution Gaming. Look at this right across the way. Larry smoking up on that edge. Do we get that nade? The nade does do a little bit of damage, but look at this, Tall Man trying to find these edges. Ooh, what a knock by. Oh, right through the window. Tall Man coming in and around with that pump shotty. And now Upgrade getting angry, coming right up and in on Evolution Gaming. Killer is the last one still standing. All three of his teammates still in this, but they are knocked. And can he do a 1v4 against Upgrade? He comes right up and around. He does get one knocked, but Six is able to take him down. Ooh, we got the Extreme Slayers coming up and around over onto this side. Also smelling all of this. Maybe coming on in for some of this third party. And our zone is getting ready to pop. Let me go ahead and put this map up here. You can see that we've got several teams still out in the blue at this point. And our zone is a donut zone. It collapses in fairly nice for these IGLs to be able to make the rotations. They know who's at their back at this point and where their threats are coming from. So it's not a terrible yo-yo zone. Ooh, I think Extreme Slayers are thinking about pushing right up and in onto Team Entity. I think they just saw Ace out in that field. Now, it looks like we've got Sadra for Team Aces in a fight with Flex. Let's go on over and find out what is happening over here. So we got a couple of them from Flex down. We got Deep down to about 5 HP. And here comes Sadra pushing right up and in. But I also see another team not too far away from all of this. And we are right here on top of Potato Hill. So now we do have Sadra driving out around. I think his team's going to be able to get picked back up. He's going to be able to get them picked back up. But look, here comes Team Liquid. It is Mop right on, or Sam right on over here. I don't know why I said Mop. Not too far away from all this, so we should be able to get some of this picked back up. The Golden Fire also over here in a fight with Team 14 Demon Souls. Demon Souls coming up along the golf course, and here comes Team Control. Team Control getting ready to third party the Demon Souls coming right up and in onto the Golden Fire. And now here they come. Team Control just pushing their way up and in onto the golf course just south of the boatyard. We still have a couple of them from the Golden Fire over here and Demon Souls right here in this dip. JPK coming up and around. Look at this JPK trying to push his way right up and in, and there they go. Demon Souls getting taken out by Team Control. Yushin across the way, keeping an eye across the way because they know that we also have the Golden Fire across the way. Falcon, do you know that he is right there? All four of them from Team Control, right across from the Golden Fire. And I think he is the last one still standing. He is just trying to keep his head down out of that way. And ooh, Legend hearing those shots off in that distance. So now let's see what else is going on. Our zone's getting ready to collapse fairly soon. And let's go ahead and over here get this screen. And he tries to pop up and surprise Team Control. But now here comes Team Control. Let's get on over. Here comes Team 7 onto Team Control. SM Master, they are trying to get those shots. Oh, they do find him. And it was Pipezino getting JP Gay. We did lose Yu Shen in all of this chaos. Falcon and Nyx are going to have to get on out of there as SM Masters come up and right behind Team Control, following them across from that very far eastern edge of Erangel. So now let me go ahead and put this map screen up there so you guys can see where our next zone's getting ready to go. Most of these teams have already found their spot in zone. You can see Team Liquid coming on in. We have Rival 6 coming in from that north side, but the rest of these teams are already in their position, so they're just waiting for the next zone to pop. Alright, let's go ahead and get on in here and find out what we can see as far as, I think, let's go ahead and leave that map back up there for just a few more seconds. It looks like we've got Team Control pulling up onto Flex and the Panthers. I see Ander not too far away from all of this. Ander keeping an eye across the street onto Flex. He's getting all the information. But Falcon coming up onto the backside, coming in from the north side, down and around this compound, just to the southwest of Mount Everest. So Falcon doing the... Hello everyone, and welcome back. We're headed into match 2 of 5 for the Felis Fur and a Fortune, the $1,300 tournament. We are in semifinals day 2. These are groups B versus group C tonight. We have one more day of semifinals. Tonight's winner gets $100. So there's incentive for these guys to play, and play they are. So now we are going to jump straight out in the Paul Zig 8 eliminations, 831 damage as we head into our second Erangel match of tonight. Here we go. Let me put that iPad back up there. Let me switch on over to match number 2. There it is. And there we are. We are ready. Let's go. So let me find straight on the ball for us. Did I just go spinning right past him? Let me find him straight on the ball. Oop. There he is. Caught him. And let me get on down here and get him there. There we go. So now we are all set and ready. I hope you guys are enjoying this tournament. We have some big teams in this. Please hit the like. Chat away in the chat. Let me know who you want to check in, who your teams are. And we have almost the exact reverse flight path of match number 1. So we get an instant replay of match number 1. We're coming in from just west of the quarry along that California coastline, going up and across Gaka, Rosshawk, all the way up to Stubber. And look at this. We got some pretty little footsteps on the snowflakes going on down to Primorsk. And it looks like they're going by themselves. So let me go ahead and zoom on in on this. And let's see where the rest of these teams are. Well, we have another fight with Upgrade and the Silence in Pachinki. Are they gonna face off again? And let's see, Team Canada headed down towards that Ferry Pier. Huge split from Team Canada. Ferry Pier over towards that 12-pack area right on down below. And we do have Upgrade and the Silence coming back down one more time. Look at this. Fear trying to figure out where they are. They are over to... Oh, yeah, he sees them. He sees them. And this time, we're going all the way over to the eastern edge from Lipovka, around Rosshawk, all the way down and around Military Base. I don't think we're going to Military Base. tells me we're gonna stay on the main line in my gut, but we'll see after zone 2. It's a lot easier to figure out on zone 2. Let's go ahead and get into some of this fight. Looks like they're gonna go ahead and pick up the vehicles and let. Oh, Nightcroy from the Silence may have some issues over here. He does have. Oh, and he runs into the trees. He has Team Entity right there behind him. Urza now in a fight with Team Aces. Let's see if we can figure out where they are. They're right over here along this way. And it does look like we've also got Team 15 over there, JP Esports. So Team Urza coming right up and in the Vortex sees him trying to get those shots. Zeus chasing him across that street, trying to get him on the rotation, headed over towards that prison area. But they still have, look in your upper right hand corner, they still have Team Aces chasing right behind them. They may think that's Team Aces in front of them. So, a bunch of chaos right on over here by the shelter, OP Dip, Walmart area. Let's see what else is going on. DMS right over here, also in a fight. Look at this, Nightcroy from the Silence. Now, the Silence did not jump into Chinky this time, but he is still going to have a 1v1 Empathor right in the other. Oh, he's got that nade primed and ready. Is he going to get that nade across the street and into that house? He could see him right through the window. I don't think Nightcroy knows that. Oh, Nightcroy going out the backside. Nightcroy, you are being watched so closely. And I did just miss the elimination feed, but we got another fight going on. Let me see if I can figure it out. Over on the other side, we got a bunch of chaos going on all the way up here by Kameshki. We have 3 teams. We have Death of Angel up here, Exia, and we also have Rest in Peace all the way up in Kameshki. So Pain, I believe, has been knocked. He has been knocked, and he's pointing him out to the rest of his team. Death of Angel down to Nemesis, and you know me. So there it is. So now Death of Angels down to just a duo with the 2 teams up in that upper right hand corner. So now Silence coming right up and in. Look at this, Demon Souls bringing in all of their team right up and in. Nightcroy, did you just get knocked? Let me check in on Nightcroy. Yes, he is down. No, he's up, but it is over here. Donk Donk has been knocked. Empathor coming in as a trio, and look at this, we also have JG down to about 5 HP coming in and taking out Donk. And now look at this, Empathor is able to get 2 knocked from Empathor. We still have 2 more coming up and around Empathor. Still trying to get these angles over onto Demon Souls. 2 are knocked by Empathor, but let's go. He does have Nightcroy back up onto his feet. Nightcroy down to 1 HP as they are coming up and around Empathor. Are you gonna let them get that recall? And Empathor throwing him some bandages because Nightcroy can't do much on that 1 HP, and I think they got that reset across the way for the Demon Souls. All 4 of them back up on their feet, straight across it, and Empathor listening to the feet right below him, trying to get the shots right on down, and he gets shot through that window. Nightcroy goes down again. So now here they come, pushing up these windows, pushing up these stairs, trying to get to the top floor where Empathor holding them off with the DBS primed and ready. Empathor jumping down, gets 2 of them. Empathor down to 1 HP, and it is a 1v1, and he's Empathor with the squad. much. Whoo! Door, jeez. All right, upgrade now. Invite. Let's get on over and see if we can find out where this is going on. I see another fight right on over here. Let me see if I can find out where upgrade is while we check in on this fight that's happening over onto this side, and our zone does pop again. Let me go ahead and put this map screen up there so you guys can check in on where your teams are. Upgrade down by that farm area, so let's head on down to the farm. And oh, we just lost 6 and Fear is knocked, and here comes Havoc. Havoc, can you get? Havoc is just a solo, and here comes the rest of Team Canada. Team Canada coming up and around. Havoc, oh, baby Tang. Baby Tang finishing that off. Nika up to 2 eliminations. Alright, so there it is. And now let's see what else is going on. Not too far away from Straight on the Paw, we got Team Entity. Not too far away from Team Canada, we've got Velocity Extreme. And we are still kind of pushing in up a little. We centered up on the hills just to the north side of farm, but we're still pretty solid on the mainland. We do have Rest in Peace coming in. We also have Exia coming down from that Kameshki area. The Bass Mouth right here, it's still in the blue, so they'll be coming out a little chewed up. The Panthers wrapping up and around to the north through the blue are going to be coming in right behind Meowie, so we might see some action there. Rich Esports, Kunjan, right over here with Team Aces. So let's see what's happening up near the Potato Hill Ridge line. And while we watch that, I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that this is zoomed in for you guys. I do think this is our next fight that I see anyway. And here comes Team Aces right up and around onto Kunjan. Kunjan was right there in the path of Team Aces. Team Ace is coming right up and around. So let's see what kind of fight we're gonna have between Rich Esports and Team Aces. It looks like Team Aces are pulling back and away. They're all a little chewed up. They need better gear for that, that's for sure. Alright, so now let us see what else is going on. Pretty spread out for the rest of this. And Vortex, what are you doing over here? The mutant grape trying to get some of it. Oh, Vortex, go get out of there. I knew that Vortex was going to be seen by them, but I think his team's going to be able to cover him from the Walmart compound across the way. And let's see, they're also over in that shelter area. Rich Esports still trying to get the shot. Vortex making it a little more difficult to try to shoot him. Yes, oh, get behind that broken wall, get behind that wall. There you go. Alright, so now let's see what else I can find for you. Let me go ahead and put that map screen up there. You guys get an idea of where the teams are coming around. And the Panthers did come in from that north side, but it looks like they're gonna wrap up and around over towards the mansion area. So they went all the way to the north, wrapping all the way around towards that eastern edge. So let's see if that works out for them, and hopefully it doesn't pull too far away in this northeast side. But I feel like they're going to be in pretty good shape for another zone or two, because we are only in zone 2 at the moment with another minute basically. And let's check over here on JP Esports. JP Esports also over here by Team Aces up on this hill. So our zone has another 30 seconds until the team pops in. Across the street from JP Esports is another team, Poison Esports, Getsu, Enzu. Oh, I see all those names. Well, hello, Duality of China. Hello, Starry. Hello. hello everyone, welcome in. If you guys could think about it, please hit the like if you would. Alright, so they do have a pretty big split, and look at this. The anchors over here, the rest of their team are going to be able to shuffle on up and in, but they are going to end up with the team right across the street. At this point, they should probably worry more about poison across the street pushing into them than pushing up and into Team Ace. It's just my thought. That's all, guys. Just my thought. So let's go. Let's see what else is happening. We also have a bunch of chaos going on over here. Let's check in on Silence, Emperador, right on down in this valley below. They do have the Panthers coming up on that ridgeline of the volcano. Let's check in on the Panthers, find out what they can see from the volcano area, because they do have several teams not too far away from them. They did wrap around, and I wanted to see how it worked out for them, and it did work out fairly well, but now they do have teams in every direction. They also have the Golden Fire over here at the recall center. Oh, that was rough, and there goes one from the Panthers, and I think the Panthers are now down to just barely a duo. You can see that they are down quite a bit as the Silence are wrapping around the Golden Fire. If you look up in that upper right hand corner of the mini map, you can see that they are getting crushed in from two sides. So once they fight with the Panthers, the Golden Fire and the Silence are going to end up right on top of each other as well. And our zone is shifting. We are still right around this volcano down to Potato Hill area, down in the farms. And oh, we had a fight across the way. Urza taking that fight, and I'm not sure. Carito, I see you over there getting into that fight. And it might have been from Poison pushing up and into Urza Esports. Looks like we do have. Oh, here comes the push right up and in. And now we're down to just a solo for the Panthers as they are getting pushed from both sides of the Golden Fire, taking over the volcano. But look at this, Team Entity is now coming right up and in. Team Entity right there on the other side. So now the Golden Fire are down to just a duo after that push with Team Entity coming up behind them. Let me go ahead while we have 2 seconds to spare and show you the map. We are in stage 2. That nade coming right up and over did hurt quite a bit. So now we gotta get, oh, Ace, be relentless with the nades and the mollies. And so now here comes Migsy, the last one still standing against all 4 of them from Team Entity. Still sandwiched between 2 teams. The same push from the Golden Fire into the Panthers are now getting pushed from Team Entity. The exact same strats. And now, look at this. It's like an instant replay from what just happened with the Panthers up on the volcano. Here comes Team Entity against the solo Migsy. Oh, we just saw Ace OP right across the way. He's trying to get those shots, but he does have Rest in peace, Department from across the way, finishing this fight. Oh, so here we go now. We're coming right on over here. We got the Rest in Peace Department Center Zone right on downhill from the Silence, and they just grabbed that extra point from across the way. Carnage with that stolen. Look at this. Right across the way, and now the Silence are getting ready to get into a fight. Emperador getting those shots right in and across. Nightcroy getting a knock. Look at this. Team Aces. I think that our team Entity, ASOP, and now Urza. Ampedor, knowing each and every direction that these teams are coming from. He knows that there's one up on the volcano, one over at that car spawn, and the car awash BB. Alright, let's go ahead and put that map up there, show you guys where we are. We have several teams in that zone, that are crushing on in. We are headed into the zone of anarchy. We are very, very close to. We've got 10 teams. What are you doing, Epidor? I guess he doesn't like the walls over here. So now let's get on over and find out what Carnage is doing. Carnage still trying to get those shots across the way into the smoke. ASOP is still over there. Look at this. Let me see who it was that they found. They found Hope. The last hope is gone, guys. So now let's get... We do see in that upper right-hand corner that they do have to move on into zone. They're waiting for the zone to come on in. And it looks like we've got Jat from Rich Esports in a fight. Straight out of Nepal. Coming straight into a fight right on over here with Team 10. Team 10 Velocity Extreme. And here comes Team Canada. So we've got 3 teams right over here in the 1 stacks just down from Potato. And look at Nika. Nika getting the uphill advantage over onto Straight Out of Nepal. The last match, top fragger on your screen right now. Nika getting Wolf OB with that Molly, and look at this Velocity Extreme going straight on down into Rest in Peace Department. And Urza getting picked apart by 2 teams also on the other side of this map. Let me go ahead and scroll it on down and in and find out what is happening. We are in stage 5. Headed into stage 6, we are down to a solo for Straight Out Nepal. That jump shot by Team Canada, baby Kangaroo. There's a reason why he is called that. We do have Team Entity not too far away. Velocity Extreme. Team Canada down to just a duo now. So now they do have to move on in. Nika just missing that nade. Let's check in on Carnage. Carnage still over here, keeping an eye in center zone. We do have the Silence across the street. We got Rich Esports across the street. The street dividing these 2 teams. Rain OB. Hello, Rain. Gorgeous Rain in the chat. Big fan, everyone. Big fan to Rain in the chat. Rich Esports in that fight with the Silence now. Let's check in on Apador. As Rich Esports coming right up and in Apador. The last one still standing, trying to smoke it out. As we do have a Rich Esports coming right up and around, and Jat from able to do that seat swap right up and around the Silence. So now look at this. We do have Velocity Extreme. They do have to go down the hill and straight into the lap of Team Entity. Team Entity taking over the entire zone. Let me show you the zone, guys. Team Entity has the entire zone to themselves. We have Rich Esports coming in from that northeast side. That was a rough push right up and in. Let's check in on Snapped. So now it's just up to Phoenix above and Sharpie down below. So now we are down to the 4 teams. Team Entity, Velocity Extreme, Rest in Base Department, and Rich Esports. Rich Esports has to come across the street. You can see that they are working on coming across the street while these teams are all in their fight. What a spray out of the car on the Meowie! Meowie with the owie. Carnage. Carnage coming right up and through. We are down to the final two. Carnage up to 2 eliminations. And we got Ace OP on the other side. Let's see who is going to end up on. It looks like maybe, oh, Voltax. Voltax goes down. So it is just up to Carnage, and here comes the cars coming right on through. Woo! Let me get this iPad off your screen so you can see these scores. And there they go, guys. Coming in first, Team Entity with 11 eliminations, 10 placement points, 21 total points for this one Erangel match. Coming in second, the Rest in Peace Department, 5 eliminations. Coming in third, Rich Esports. Look at this. Oh, with 8 eliminations. G top 3. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18. There you go, guys. Going all out. Axia Sakura, 5 eliminations, 606 damage. So when we come right back, we'll be jumping with Axia Sakura. And I will be right back. Thank you, everyone. Doing the information gathering zone sweep, and you can see that the zone has gone down to that ferry pier quarry area one more time. These teams get to redo match number 1 apparently. So now let's see what's happening over here with Death of Angel right here on top of Kunjan and Rich Esports. And while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and recenter those maps so we can keep an eye on the map screen, figure out where your teams are, because we still have 16 teams in here. Let me show you on the map screen. There you go. Let me know in the chat, who is your team? Texas, I know who your team is, and I'm a big fan of you. So now, let's see what else is happening. We do have Velocity Extreme in a fight with Upgrade. Or let's see what's happening over here with Team Canada. Cloudy. Woo! He's run over by Velocity Extreme in the car. Velocity Extreme comes rolling right up and over, and player 2, I'm not sure who player 2 is, but was able to get him right on out of that buggy. And Baby Tangaroo, where you headed? Baby Tang also collecting information, coming up, gathering any information that may be coming his way. And all these teams are right here, right on top of each other. If you look over here on this, on the western edge, we've got the Panthers, we've got the Team Entity, Team Control, one more time. Over here, Team Control pushing right up and in, trying to get those shots on the Nexus OP. Nexus OP just getting down around from that cliffside, away from Falcones. Falcone does come right up and in, but you can see just up in that upper right hand corner of the mini map, Team Liquid coming in onto all this as well. So we have 3 teams right over here on this western edge of the quarry. So now let me see what else is going on. The Extreme Slayers has SM Masters coming in. It looks like Team Aces not too far away from the Panthers doing the zone sweep, and we also have the Upgrade coming in from that eastern side of Pachinki at the moment. So let me go ahead and let's go on over here and find out what is happening with the Extreme Slayers, as here comes SM Masters up and around. So we're going to do a little bit of side by side as team control is moving up and around, giving a little bit of space to team entity. Do you know me? Yes, I know you, big fan. Oh, what a spray! What a spray! Right on over onto Team Control. But now Death Angels also has Team 15. Team Ace is coming up right behind them. So let's see what is happening. We also have Team Liquid over here and the Black Tigers as well. We are all right here on this northern side of the East Quarry area. So let's go on over and see what else is happening as we've got all these teams pushing right up and in. Let's check in on Slicky. Hello, Slicky. What's going on over in your area of the woods? Slicky does have Flex Esports and Liquid Esports not too far away. Flex coming right up and in on the backside. Let's go ahead and scroll on in and see what's going on with the map. It looks like we're pulling on over to the other side, so we don't have the street in play. We are going up into the hills just to the western or eastern edge of the quarry recall center area. So let's go. Let's head on over to Velocity Extreme. Velocity Extreme trying to come in. Phoenix, our last match top fragger out here in the quarry fields. Look at this. He is right downhill from all these teams that are coming in from the top of the hill. We got Havoc over here taking the shots as here comes SM Masters right up and around. Fear gets knocked, but we got 666 over here. Ooh, what a shot. What an angle. Oh, the seat swap coming right up and in on top of right on top of 6. So now the tall man is trying to get on out of there. Let's check in on Havoc. Havoc also keeping an eye on his back, trying to make sure that he can't get on over there to get Fear picked back up. Fear just almost picked back up. So now let's go ahead and scroll back on in and find out what else is happening. PUBGM going out as the blue zone is starting to come right up and in. I see a couple players down here right on top of Kunjan. Kunjan in an active fight over here with right on Hope coming right up and into the biz. Hello everyone and welcome back to the semifinals for the Fur and Fortune $1,300 tournament. Felis tournament. Ooh, it's so hot. We are right in the middle of semifinals. We have 3 days of semifinals, 5 games each, and we're headed into the leaderboard shuffle match of day number 2. So this is Group B and Group C, and we are just about to start Carnage there. Getsu also. So now let me see. We are going into match number 3. Make sure that I have all your stuff up and ready. There we go. Check, check, check. Let me put that iPad back up there. Check. All right. All the checks and balances, guys. If you are out there listening, please hit the like and subscribe. It really helps us all out. Thank you. You guys are OP, and I truly appreciate you hanging out with us and checking in on these amazing teams. Am I in my seats? Oh, we're missing one of the casters. So yeah, we're having some fun in that background, as you guys can tell. So we it's always something, guys. It's always something. But we are headed into Rondo. If you guys have a team that you want me to check in on, just let me know. Just let me know the name. Oh, we're missing all the Silver Spurs. I don't think they've shown up at all today. And Team 16, the Rest in Peace department, we're missing one. We're missing, oh, right when I said that, missing one from Poison Esports and one from the Silent. So we have several trios tonight. It is summer. Sometimes it's hard to keep your rosters full. We all know. We all know. And something happened. Uh-oh. So he's ready to go. So here we go, guys. We should be getting ready to start as soon as Jaguar is able to head on in. I think he's in the spectator now. I don't see. Yes, I do. I see him. Yep, we are ready to roll. We should be starting our Rondo match number 3 of 5. So we'll do Rondo and then 2 more Erangel. And this time we're going to be jumping with Exia. Ooh, look at this. Oh, he's on top, Spidey. I saw you. So we're going to be jumping with Exia right here in Sakura. 6 eliminations, and I already forgot the amount of damage. I think it was like 606. I forgot to get the screenshot because, yeah, there's background stuff. You know how it goes, guys. You know. Alright, let me see. Alright, let me get on down here. And Sakura. There we go. Did I click on him? Yep. Alright, and then over in here. You know what they say about people in the mummies. He is a top fragger. I expect him to be a top fragger again tonight. Woo! Look at how fast that started. Let's get the map screen up and see if we get the double chopsticks. No! We got a single flight path coming from Fangtoon all the way up into Hamei Town. So we are right between the stadium and the Neox factory. The temples are not that far away in Mehran. For whatever reason, these teams all seem to like Mehran as well, with its total of 10 different buildings and the river in between it. I still haven't figured out why people drop there, but let me go ahead and scroll on into this early flight path and find out what's happening. It looks like we got Straight Out Nepal coming down. We got JP Esports coming down. We got quite a few. Oh, ASOP drifting away from VIP Esports Mexico. So now let me see if I can scroll on up. Does look like the temples are really going to be busy, and it does look like that's where Exia are headed. So we'll stick with that. Hopefully we'll get that zone to pop pretty quick, and then I can start clicking on and getting those side by side so you guys can check in on the action. Because that's what we're all here to. Oh, look at that look at that first zone all the way down to the south. So now let me get on over to, and we're Team Entity Lostin coming in on top of the ATC tower, so it's gonna be able to get some of those sight lines straight across, maybe get some knocks from way above Sakura. The last match top fragger over on the left hand side of your screen, straight out of Nepal, going up. But if you look up in the mini map here, the temples are just popping with so many teams. Let's get this back up and over here. We have Upgrade over here. We have Death of Angel over here. Golden Fire, Poison Esports, straight out of Nepal. Zig, the first match top fragger, is already up to 2 eliminations over here in the temples. VIP Esports in a fight with JP, and we got Lostin coming in across Look at this, trying to get some shots over into Death of Angel. Here they go, right in across. So we've got the fights going off, and we're over at the test track. We have a look at all the teams at this recall center way up here with Ventru and RIP department. Carnage, get on out of there. Look at Carnage going to the northwest and Wiz going northeast. So there's so much chaos happening all around this map. As soon as some of this starts to slow down, Tonka getting the knock over. Oh, Zig going down. Zig was up to 3 eliminations straight out in the paw. XP3, we all know him, we all love him, we know that he can do a lot of damage, so let's see what he can do as he's getting pulled right up and in on by Team A upgrade, and I think that said Havoc, but it is Havoc. Havoc on the other side. Havoc is down to 5 HP, and XP3 does not give him a second chance. Baby Tang. Baby Tang also going up and out. So now let's see what's going on with Leo. Ooh, woo. Ooh, woo. Straight across the way. Let me see what's happening over. Oh, lost in. Right when I clicked over off of you. I'm sorry. Let's get on over to Rich Esports. Let's see if we can get some sky view of what is happening. There goes Leo for poison. So now, let me see what else is happening. We still have the Panthers over here. We got a solo for the Panthers. And we also have Migsy right here in front of them from the Golden Fire. Golden Fire Migsy. Listening to that, trying to get up and around straight out in the ball. Right up in there. Migsy with those headshots. But we also have Wolf OP up on top of the roof over here. Here he comes. So he's got that nade. He knows where Migsy is. Is Migsy going to move in time? No! What a nade by straight out of the paw, Wolf OP. So straight out of the paw, coming out of the temples with 7 eliminations, and 4 of the 7 from our very own XP3 Dark Light. Big fan, big fan, big fan. Alright guys, let's see what else can I show you. Let's go on over to the Neox factory. We'll go in and check it out, Jet. And while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and show you the map now that things are starting to slow down just a little bit. So now, there you go. I tried to catch the early fights, but they were just too insane. VIP and Death of Angel now in a fight. Are they still up towards this north side? Let me see where they went. And I have no idea. It is so hard to keep up with all these recalls. They are down here in Tin Long Garden. And they are up to 4 eliminations. I hope they didn't wipe a squad. But we do have 19 teams in this still. So let's get back into these matches. Rich Esports still in this fight. Way up here in the Neox factory, still trying to get some more eliminations. We got Death of Angel Coffin right across the way. This nade could land right up and in onto Coffin. Missing Coffin. Coming right up behind Coffin. Coming out, swinging out. Does get the knock onto the one. He's got one more. 1v2. 1v2. Coffin making it as hard as possible. Coffin with the 1v2. Up to 4 eliminations. There it is, Coffin. Jeez. You know me. Oh, you might be getting ready to get knocked out by the Panthers there right on down below. The Panthers. Do you know the Panthers are still over here? He is right there on the backside. This could be devastating for you. Know me! Oh, he had his gun away. And so now it's up to up to coffin. You know me, yes I do, and I'm sorry I caught that for you. Alright, so now let's go. Let's head on down and see what the chaos is happening over here in Hongshan. Ooh, we got all sorts of chaos going on. Let's get ahead. Go ahead and find out what is happening right on over here. Let me get this on the side by side. It does look like we're going to go ahead and head on out and get over to a different recall center so we can bring our teams back. We have Team Canada coming right up and in onto the silence over here at this recall center. Let me go ahead and zoom that on out so you guys can check in on your teams. The teams are spread out all over this map as the map is still going to the south. We are at the very southern side of Rondo. We don't normally see this side of Rondo, but at least we are on the north side of that river. And usually we got that river right in center zone. Cloudy coming up and around. Looks like Baby Ting. Woo-hoo-hoo. Baby Ting taking one out. We got a straight out Nepal Ronaldo. And it looks like straight out Nepal in the fight with Velocity Extreme. Taking out Velocity Extreme. Team Ace is Deep coming right up and into Team Canada. Deep, are you alone over here? So Deep 1v4 right here. So now let's go ahead and get back into all of this chaos. We also have Upgrade in a fight out in the EMP zone, the blue zone. We've got the zones. Alright, so we do have Upgrade coming on in. They did end up missing that team. I thought they were headed straight into that other team. And let's go. Let's see what's happening, because we do have a bunch of chaos coming in from this northeast side. Upgrade is gonna end up with the Golden Fire. Rest in peace. Death of Angel. DMS. We got them all coming straight in behind. Carnage going down. Ooh, so now let's see what else is happening. Deep knows that he is. Oh, Deep, did you mean to no? Here comes JP Esports getting the attention of Team Canada. I'm gonna go ahead and get off that screen. There you go. Give you guys an idea what is happening right here. Look in your upper right hand corner at the mini map. You can see we got Team 15 coming in from the north. We've got Team Canada pushing up into from the south, and now all of Team Aces have come right up into the middle of all of that. I did see one of them from Team 15 going down. Upgrade in that fight with DMS. I knew that fight was going to happen right up in that area. Let's see what's happening. It's like they were waiting it out. We'll keep an eye on what's happening over here. Let's check in on Alexino right over here. And look at that, straight out in the ball. Also coming up and around on the other side. Ace trying to get the shot down the hill, but now we have another team coming up and in. Ventrue Inc. Yesterday's leaders of day one are also coming in right on over here. So now we have fights in every direction. Let's check in on what the killer. Woo-hoo-hoo! What a shot straight across onto the Golden Fire. Golden Fire also right here. So now we've got all these teams pushing right up and in. Now let's go ahead and get this back on the live screen. We don't need to watch people driving on through. But I can get this map up there for you guys to give you an idea where they are all coming in from that northeast side zone. Everybody trying to push into this one tiny little area. Look at the mini map up in the upper right. Ventru, Team Aces. We still have Team Canada here. Death the Angel over here. Rich Esports coming in. They're all right over here. Upgrade. Baby Tang gets knocked from Team Aces, and now the Ventru Nemesis coming up and around. Nemesis up to 3 eliminations. Also right here on this bridge in the area where everyone has tried to cram on into. There's not enough space for all these players to come on in. It looks like Nemesis may get this res off, but but Team Aces was not going to let that happen. Replic is the last one still standing, trying to get out of there, trying to get away from all the chaos of this northeast corner. So now we also have over in the southeast corner, we have a lot quieter fights, but here comes the fights on the Urza. Lofsy right here in front of, Axia driving right up and in with that 12. Oh, let's check in on Sakura. The last match, top fragger down and out. Let's check in on the Z's. The Z's coming right up and in onto. Oh, and I think that Carrito going down. So now there they go. But here comes Team Entity pushing right up and around, trying to drive over the top of Z's, just missing them. But Ace OB shutting that down. He is OB. So now let's go on over to No. So No throwing down the emergency cover flares for VIP Mexico. He is up to 4 eliminations, and here comes some more Doritos from the sky. And we do have Straight Out Nepal coming right up and behind him. XP3 up to 9 eliminations out of 17. 17 eliminations for Straight Outta Nepal. This is their map. They know how to work it, guys, and they are right over here in this northern edge. We do have Team 15 right in front of them. Let's see. Power Zada is going to be able to get picked back up, but they have Straight Out Nepal coming right up and around that backside. We got Team Aces all the way across the way, still in the fight, still holding this barn down just on the outside of zone. They do have to push right up and in. Death of Angel straight across from them, Coffin up to 4 eliminations, watching the rotations right on down that hill. Alright, I missed Coffin somehow or another. Let me see what Ronaldo is doing. XP3 still over here in a fight, looking on down onto Team Aces across the way. We still have 9 teams in this zone, and our zone is really shrinking down now. We do have a couple of players that are out in the blue. We are in stage 5. This blue is significant. Let's see what's happening as they just drive right up and into on some of these teams. These teams already have their emergency flares up and around them. More flares are coming right on in. We do have VIP Esports up along this edge in a fight, but they've got the dip straight across from the golden flare, and look at this. We are launching our nades up and over, trying to stay out of the spray from the Panthers, as the Panthers are trying to push their way right up and in. They are in the fights. The Panthers are down to a solo as Team Canada pushes right up and in. Nika with that jump shot right up and through. Josh throwing all these nades right up and over as well. Let's see what else is going on. It might be time to get some sky view going on, guys. Let's see what I can find from above. Let's go ahead and switch the screens over and see what we can see from the helicopter view. So we got Team Aces over here. We're down to the top 6 players, or top 6 teams. We have Death of Angels, Team Canada. It looks like Death of Angels may be down to the final solo. So let's get on over and find out what is happening over here. We do have two still standing, trying to come out of that blue and straight out of the ball. XP3 still right on over here. We're down to the top 4 teams. Team Canada, all 4 of them still standing. And now it looks like XP3 is getting pushed right up and in. Can XP3? Yes, he can. Let's see what XP3 is doing right across here. XP3 up to 10 eliminations. So now the top 3 teams, there's still one more for Team Aces. Sadra right on down below XP3. Keeping an eye on Sadra as all 4 of them are still standing from Team Canada. Baby Tang getting into position, may be able to see XP3 as they are still pushing right up and in. XP3, oh, XP3 going right on out. Let's check in on Sadra. Sadra, the last one still standing as all 4 of them are still coming up and around. Player 2 on that off angle may end up pushing right on down into Sadra. B, the end. Let me get that. Let me get that iPad off of there for you guys. Let's see if the click will work. There it goes. Team Canada coming in first with 21 total eliminations. Now let's add the 10 placement points. 31 total points for this one rondo. I gotta go through all the lists of maps and eventually I will get there. 31 total points for this rondo match. This is their second day, their final day of semifinals, so they get every point counts. Plus tonight is $100 to the first place team. Baby Tang is wanting that $100 prize. GG's Team Canada. Coming in second, Team Aces with 8 eliminations straight out of Nepal. Let's talk about XP 310. 10 eliminations, guys, out of the 18 total eliminations. 10 of those from XP3. G top 3. What a sweaty rondo. Here we go. 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18, and 19. Going all out, straight out of Nepal. XP3. 10 eliminations, 1,353 damage. We will be jumping with straight out of Nepal when we come right back. Headed into match number 4. So let me go ahead and put that 4 up there, and I will see you in just a few moments. Please hit that like and subscribe. I will be right back. Business end of that DBS Kunjan. Let me sending him that special made 12 gauge sandwich. Alright guys, let's see what else is happening. We got upgrade also in a fight going on. Let's check in. Oh, right when I go to switch over onto them, they stop fighting. And let's see, Rich Esports right on over here. Let's see, Death of Angel. What's happening over here? I just saw some action up at the top. We've got a lot of action happening. We are in stage 5, the Zone of Anarchy. We're down to 9 teams as they are all trying to come on in. Baby Tang getting taken down and out. So now Cloudy coming up onto the solo. Not too far away from team control. Coming down and into the farm fields over just to the north side of Longwood. So now let me go ahead and scroll on in, give you guys a little better idea of what is happening on this map. And Cloudy with that nade right up and over onto Team Aces, and the rest of his team pulls right up and in. Team Canada, he's also throwing those mollies, trying to finish off that Cloudy. Player two right on over here, trying to get the 1v. Oh, he came right up and in. Cloudy is the last one still standing over here. Can he get on over? Yes, he can. He should be able to get his teammate picked back up, but they're far out of zone. He's going to have to get his teammate into that vehicle and into zone, because zone is now starting to close right up and around all these players. One more time. Let's see if we can see what is happening. Let's get on. Over onto the other side so you can see Rich Esports not too far away from Death of Angel. We are all the way over on our right side of the zone. We have Team Control not too far away from Team Canada. SM Masters, Center Zone, Liquid, Ease, and the zone moved in. This is the very northeast side of zone. This is your zone. This wide open farm fields. This is your zone, and it looks like Falcon. Falcon taking out Cloudy right on out of that, but Falcon gets found. Falcon gets found by, I can't even find, player two. Player 2 comes right up and in from Team Canada. And let's go ahead and switch on over and see if we can find out what else is happening. I see him over here in a fight. So now let's see what else is going on as we're coming right up and in. Let me get this iPad back up over here. We're down to the top 3 teams. We've got Rich Esports, we've got Liquid Esports, and Team Canada on the farm field. And another one for Rich Esports going out. So we've got a solo for Team Canada, a solo for Rich Esports, and a trio for Liquid Esports. It looks like Rich Esports trying to stop the pull-up of Team Canada coming right up and in. Kunjan may be able to make it right up and over. Look at that, he does. But then we got Secret from behind. Secret's may be able to see this res taking place. So now let's see what Player 2 is doing right on over here. Player 2 keeping an eye across the way as well. So now we do have a Liquid E. Hello everyone, and welcome back to match number 4 of 5. We are headed into Miramar, this time with straight out in a Paul XP 310 eliminations, 1,353 damage. This is the Felis Fur and Fortune $1,300 semifinals. This is day 2, And we are in match number 4. Let's get on down to straight on the paw one more time and find the XP3. There he is, guys. XP3 on your screen. Second time tonight was straight out of Nepal. The first time was with Zig. Alright, let me get that map up there. Everything's going so fast tonight. There we go. We're coming in from Camp Militar, the southern side, going down across El Azahar. Truck stop minus Generales La Padita to the western industrial side of Las Leon, and just to the west, the Partona. There is your flight path. So Partona may end up with a chicken nugget. We'll have to keep an eye on that. So let's see. Death of Angels going up towards that Camp Militar, but they're not too far away from Urza Esports. El Azahar truck stop is going to end up with DMS and Poison Esports. So let's see. DMS are Demon Souls. Look at this right on over here in Minus Generalis area on the smaller map. Ooh, what is happening with the Panthers? The Panthers also have upgrade and team entity. Whoa, headed over to that Hacienda Del Patron area. And I do see it. Rest in peace, taking over this whole area. In our first zone, we even have water, so we got quite a bit going on right on down here. Demon Souls already in a fight, and Poison Enzo able to get an elimination over onto that. So we'll keep an eye on what is happening here in the truck stop. But let's head on down towards that Chumacera area. Oh, I didn't click over. Let me click on over there, guys. Sometimes I click, but it doesn't click. So Team Ace is over here by the Silver Spurs. So I think this is the first match for the Silver Spurs. We do have Ventru right downtown Leones. And we've got kind of a crazy split. Did I not turn the iPad back on? There it is. We got kind of a crazy split by the Golden Fire, but they should be alright. And we got all this chaos right over here. Hacienda Del Patron, Team Entity, and the Panthers. That is a very hot zone in this match. So there it is. Let me go ahead and put this map back up there. Give you guys an idea where your teams may be. Team Canada in a fight. Nika going down to JP. So let's check in on where that is happening. Right on over here. And ooh, somebody's spamming that mini. You can hear them going off. Is that it for Team Canada? No more Team Canada. Let me see what's happening. And Poison going out over here. Let's go. Let me see what's happening. No, Poison Gatsu with an elimination over here. But Poison, oh, that nade. JG down to 1 HP. And Leo coming down the one side. May be able to get that knock right on over there. And look at this. Gatsu up on this balcony. And here they come up and in onto Gatsu. Gatsu with that MP4. Not holding up. Holding off the stairs, the jump shot. Oh, the jump shot. We did lose Gambito, and Ali is knocked, but they should be able to get them picked back up. All right, let's go, guys. Let's see what else is happening on our map. And I do think that we're going to have some chaos over here in San Martin. Oh, Ace is deep. Ace is deep in slot 1. What are you doing getting a gun? What are you doing getting a gun? Alright, so upgrade. Upgrade over here in a fight with the Panthers. So Fear does get one of the Panthers that came right up and in. And that was the Panthers blank. Blankety blank. So now Panthers up here on on Cell Tower Hill. So they're going to keep an eye on that Overwatch as Upgrade are wrapping around to that northern side. May end up coming in right on top of Team Entity down in Miramar, or San Martin. Alright, what else is happening over here? I see a couple of teams right on over here. Let's check in on the Silver Spurs, find out what is happening with them as they come wrapping up and around. They are not too far away from Velocity Extreme. Carlino not too far away from Silent. You can see that up in the upper right hand corner of the mini map. We're listening to the shots as we're driving forward, looking backward. Alright, and we also have Team 11 up on that ridge, so we've got the Golden Fire keeping an eye right on down into this western industrial area, and I just saw one across from him. I'm not sure who it was that was right on over here. Was it you? I think it was, so he might be getting pulled up on. We'll keep an eye on this for a minute. And we are in stage 1. The blue zone is starting to push these teams in, and you can see that they are starting to do the rotations up and around. And it does look like Maz knows that they are coming in. They're getting closer and closer to him. You can see that there's a duo right here. Rest in peace, Department, in a fight with Ventru. Let's get on over here and find out what is happening. Whiz up to 2 eliminations. Ventru, I see another one knocked, so I think Nemesis may be the only one still standing. He is. Nemesis is the last one still standing. Yesterday's leader now down to just a solo in this fourth match. Why you started too early? I didn't start too early. You can't look at me at that. I have nothing to do with the host. I'm sorry, Jot. You're gonna have to go on over to the server and talk to them about it. All I'm doing is riding along with the rest of you. Alright, our zone's getting ready to pop, so let's keep an eye on that as well. And let's scroll on in. Our zone is now headed. We're still centering around Leones, but we shifted over to the eastern side of Leones, going over to Impala. We are in the land of Straight Outta Nepal. Now, you just watched Straight Outta Nepal with that massive points from the Rondo match. So they know how to work that whole area of Leon, or of Miramar. So Nemesis now trying to get on over. He is in survival mode. So now let's see what's going on right on over here with Straight Outta Nepal. Right when I was talking about them, they do get into a fight over here with Demon Souls in the parting of the Red Sea. So now XP3, the last match, top fragger, 10 eliminations coming out of that Rondo map. Like I said, this is the land of Straight Outta Nepal. So let's see what happens with this fight. I'm going to go ahead and roll it on in. Demon Souls in this fight. We do have... that was an elimination. I thought one of them for Straight Outta Nepal went down. Ace's deep is still in zone over here. The anchor for his team, the rest of his team in Monte Nuevo. So hopefully he does not get into a fight, because they will get disqualified most likely. He does need to eliminate himself. Alright, so our zone, it is still pretty decently in all the nice areas. We got all sorts of dips and hills over here. We're over here at the Longhouse, not too far away from Demon Souls. You can see that one of them from Demon Souls is not that far away. But we also have Death of Angels coming right up and getting really close to all of this. Let's get back into the action. See what I think it might be happening. Let's head on over to Center Zone. Find out what's happening with Nycroy. Oh, VIP and Team Aces now. That's way over here on this ridge. Let's see what's happening as VIP comes right out through VIP Mexico. So now, Team Aces, you just saw them on your mini-map. Just getting out of there. But VIP is down to just a duo. They came in as a duo into this map, but they were able to get one from Team Aces on that rotation. And so now it is just up to Sadra. Sadra, he knows Deep is in there. Look at that. Deep right there. He's just driving right on by. GG's, Deep. You should have been here just a second earlier in your seat. Now he's going to run right into the Golden Fire right here, giving the Golden Fire pretty much free access driving along this road. And he should get straight on out of that. Yep. Alright, so now let's go, guys. Let's see what else is happening along in here. Death of Angels, Center Zone of Leones. Look at this. And then they've got JP Esports right across from them. We also have the solo from Ventru. We do have our IP department all up in this area where Team Control usually takes position. So let's see. We also have Exia. Let's check in on Sakura, the second match top fragger. So let's see what's going on with them. They know that they do have, I think that's Velocity Extreme right above them. Let's see what's going on up on top of this hill, because I do see that we also have another team not too far away. Kunjan with Rich Esports also getting into position. So our zone is getting ready to pop. Let me go ahead and put the map screen up there. Let's see where we are headed to this time. All the way over to Impala again, straight out of Nepal. Rest in peace department territory. These two teams always over in this area, so should be interesting if you guys want to figure out who's gonna win it. I think those two teams, these are their drops. They have their, ooh, look at this, our drop. The airdrop is all the way over on the edge of zone, so we may be going all the way over to that cliff side for the final zones. We are in stage 3. Let's see what happens on this rotation. So let's get on up, find out what is happening. These teams are being really respectful of space, that's for sure. Axia driving. I see a fight going on right on over here. Axia coming right through two teams. Ooh, Sakura going down to team 14. The Silver Spurs. Is that what I just saw? Yes, that was what I just saw. Let's see if Jet up on this edge trying to take the shots. Oh, the Silver Spurs. M did not give him a chance to get his helmet out of that spray. So now this is a really rough terrain to drive in, but they are making it across there. They want that elimination onto Rich Esports. Here they come right up and over. They can hear the fights, and they're going to see the shots coming right out of the end. I'm down to about 5 HP, and we do have Slay throwing the smokes up and over. Slay is on that backside trying to get on over there. Oh, and I think I missed Slay. Yes, I did. So now Slay, and I missed him again. I just cannot catch him. There goes Rich Esports out to the Silver Spurs. The Silver Spurs, I believe this is their first match coming in, so they've got some They've got some points to make up, and it looks like they are on it. And now we do have a fight going on between the Golden Fire and Rest in Peace is not too far away. Straight out of Nepal in this compound. Death of Angels all right on over here. So let's keep an eye on this. Wow, and go ahead and scroll on. VIP Reyes not too far away from the Panthers. Look at this, keeping an eye right up that hill onto the Panthers as the Panthers drive right on down in. So let's go. Let's see how Mixie trying to get all those sprays right through the smoke as they are still pushing up and in. Got straight out of the ball. Oh, he came right up and into that business end of straight out of Nepal. Straight out of Nepal. Wolf right on over here. Wolf and XP3. Wolf trying to get XP3 back up onto his feet. He does get the res off, but we still have Death of Angels over here. We have Team 19, Silent Esports, and here comes Team 11, the Golden Fire. The Golden Fire also getting on in here. Wolf getting that FPP spray down. So now let's go. We still have TK. Ooh, TK coming on through. And now here comes the push up onto this third party from Death of Angels right up. Oh, what a jump shot by Coffin. Coffin knew that he was up there. So now it is down to XP3. The last match top fragger. He had 10 eliminations coming out of Rondo, but here comes the whole team of Death of Angels, plus there's a team up on that ridge line, the team, XP3 going out. So now let's see what else is happening, guys. And the yo-yo zone takes back out of Impala and all the way across to Leones. Ace OP getting an elimination across the way. Death of Angel still right across from Upgrade is VIP driving right up and through. Look at this. VIP Esports out in behind all the hay barns. So VIP right in center zone area. But look at this. Got Upgrade on this crazy split. Baby Tang and Havoc to their south, with Fear and 666 to the north of them. They are taking over this whole western area. There goes Urza, and I think the real fight are coming in from that southeast side. Let's get on over to M. M is watching as all these teams are pulling right up and behind him. We got JP coming up and we got the Silence coming in. We have Team Entity coming right up and in. Look at your mini map up in the upper right hand corner. We have 4 teams in this small area of the map. And again, they yo-yo. They almost yo-yoed all the way back to the east side of zone again. It is a donut zone, but not by much. They need to get Median pick back up. Sorry, Median. So now let's see what's going on right across here. Just barely making it from the spray down from across the street from Upgrade. Plus we've got Death of Angels also right there, center zone. Death of Angels, center zone now, trying to hold down that center zone area with all the teams wrapping up and around. So now Ray is trying to get those shots in across, and Fear, look at that shot from Fear down to 1 HP. Fear does not miss his shots. Let's get on over to Fear, and Fear is already heading on out. Look at that, M and Empador there in the fights right on over here. The Silent, what What a nade! What a nade from the silence right up and over that ridgeline. Entity lost, and the last one still standing has Team 15 coming right up and behind him. I am a much bigger fan of You Do Easy. Alright, JP coming right up and over this ridgeline. Lost and just right here on this eastern edge. If you look up in that upper right hand corner, the map is full. We are in the stage of anarchy. We are now in stage 6 with 8 teams remaining. Look at Loston coming right up and over. Trying to, woo, S12 to the face, and the tire squish on top of that. Now, let's get on over and find out what Velocity Extreme are doing. Velocity Extreme trying to hold back the push from the Silver Spurs, trying to cross. Silent, Silent with his helmet up above that ridgeline, just a second too long. Snaps watching from every direction. He does have his team right on over here, but the Silent Spurs are coming up and over, and we've already established M does not miss his shots. M is up to 6 eliminations, and he is watching snaps across that way. Death of Angels in that center zone, trying to hold off the pushes by all the teams, crushing on into them since they are center zone right on over here. So now, just driving on by, don't just ignore me. So now here comes JP from that southeast side of the zone. Death of Angels right there in that center zone area. We still have Velocity Extreme. We are down to the top 4 teams. We have Upgrade with Baby Tang and Fear in the blue. They need to come out of that blue, and they're going to crash right on in. Fear. Oh, there goes Upgrade going on out. Death of Angels down to... all 4 of them are still standing. JP on that back ridge. Pain and Do Ya Know Me, both coming up and around this ridgeline. And Pain taking those shots and trying to get the shots onto them as they're driving all around. Pain and Do Ya Know Me right here on the other side of this ridgeline as they're trying to get the shots up and over the ridge. And now it is down to just a solo. I cannot over fast enough. Let me get this iPad off of there. And what the heck? Let me switch on over this way. There we go, guys. There we go. Let's make sure we're on the right page. Coming in first, Death of Angels with 8 eliminations. GG's. Coming in second, JP Esports with 11 eliminations. And coming in third, Velocity Extreme with 5 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18, 19 through 21. Going all out. JP October, I guess. October year 3K. I have no idea. 6 eliminations, 950 damage. So we'll be jumping with Oct when we come right back for the final match of Day 2. Groups B versus Group C. Be right back. Esports creeping right up and in. We do have just a solo left for Team Canada's Secret, trying to throw as many of these smokes, trying to get the sight line. trying to get the, and he does. He finishes off Rich Esports. So now we are down to just player 2 for Team Canada against the trio. All three of them are now pushing right up and in onto Team Canada. We got Neon across the way. Secret trying to push right out in the open. Player 2 moving over and trying to get those shots over onto Secret. Secret flicking around. And it is a 1v1. Secret down to 1 HP. Player 2 throwing that nade right up and over. This nade could be devastating. What a finish for Team Canada, coming in first with 10 eliminations, 10 placement points, 20 total points for this single. Trying to pull back is these teams play run off. Let's get that map up there. There you go. And we've got a solo flight path coming in over the top of the X Factory and Stadium, but also right above Mayron. Mayron is one of those smaller compounds that often have 3 to 4 teams in it as well. Running through that, the little canals, it always just amazes me. So let's see what we can see as they're coming on in. Here we go, the flight path at the very start. And let's check in on how many teams have jumped. I see at least 3 or 4 teams jumping. And we've got Death of Angel, Fox Power, Rich Esports, and Team Aces at that very start of the flight path. And as I said, Mayron does have 3 to 4 teams. Look at the Neox Factory, though. Look at the Neox Factory. We've got so many teams. It's going to be interesting to see. I will hop on over to the main screen as soon as we find out where the first zone is going. We all need to know where that is. Player 2 coming over towards that test track area because the skies are full of birds. And there's our first zone. It's the small zone center map. So now let's get on into this and see what all we can find out what is happening. And we already have team control, JPK. JPK already in a fight. Let me see if I can find JPK. JPK does have an elimination already, so we're going to put him on the screen. And Team Liquid in a fight over there with, it looked like the Golden Fire. Let's check in on Neon. Neon was the one that was able to get that elimination over onto the Golden Fire. So now we still have so many fights going off, and I can hear Team Canada across the way in a fight. So let's get on over to Baby Tang. Baby Tang, are you over in that area? Let me find Jelly. Peanut butter gelatin. Oh yeah. So now let's see what else is happening. Yushan headed all the way down. Let me check in on Havoc as Yushan heading on down out of the way. Let the mid Yushan in control. So now let me see everybody that I'm trying to click on over in. There we go. We got the Panthers on the screen, and let's see what is Ander doing. Havoc trying to get those shots right up and through onto the Extreme Slayers. The Extreme Slayers trying to push up and in onto Upgrade. And let me see if I can find the Extreme Slayers. We've got Legend on the backside getting ready to throw that nade right up and over. And can he get that nade over onto, it looked like Tall Man across the way. Tall Man down in the red just a little bit. May end up running right into Legend's nade. And Baby Tang getting some knocks over onto the other side. So let's get this off of here. Legend throwing that nade up and over. So now let me check in on what Baby Tang is doing. And let's see, Baby Baby Tang still was fight across the way. I did see Baby Tang with an elimination. Tall Man trying to get those shots right on through on a Rival 6. Rival 6 coming up and around that edge. Does get the Tall Man over here. So now let's see what's going on. Fred's right over here down to 5 HP. Trying to pull back as the nades are coming right up and over. You can see that they're giving Fred's position away. Trying to point him out. As here they come from the top. All the layers coming in and around right on top of them. It is Upgrade Fear jumping right on down, right on top of them, trying to go right up and behind. So now let's see what else we can see on the other side. Let's see what we can see for Ander. Ander right here on the edge, and I can see that player 2 is right over here. Let's give player 2 a little more screen time love. And Ishmael coming up. Hello everyone and welcome back. Are you ready for tonight's final match? I just got word that we should have the unofficial scores for tonight. So stick around at the end of stream and we should have scores to find out what is happening. Find out who's winning tonight's $100. This is the final match of Group B versus Group C. We will be saying goodbye to Group B after tonight. Tomorrow night, day 3, the final day of the semifinals, will be Groups A versus Groups C. So, this is Felis, the Fur and Fortune $1,300 tournament, and what a tournament it's been so far. Let me get my match 5 up there, guys. Let's get that iPad up there so you guys can check in on everything. There we go, match number 5. I saw they just hit that start. This time, we are jumping with JP Esports October, 6 eliminations, 950 damage. Let's get into this and find out what is going on in our final match of tonight. Let's head on down to Team 15 and find the Octi 3K, October year 3K. I have no idea what Octi is. There we go. Both screens up and ready. If you're out there listening, please hit that like and subscribe so we can get these players, these insane skills into that algorithm so more people can see these players. Alright, we're coming down from Toromunda just to the western edge of Cruz de Valle between Hacienda del Patron in that truck stop area. Going down over La Patita, Las Leon. Phoebe! Oh, with the $20 super chat. Oh, Phoebe, I love you to pieces. Thank you, Phoebe. Woo! Can I get some W's in the chat for Phoebe? $20 super chat. W, thank you. Alright, so JP coming on down, and you can see that they are right there with Demon Souls, and we've got, I think that is Team Canada. Yes, it is Team Canada right there alongside of them, coming right on top of them. So let's see if we can even get the flight or first zone off of this flight path before our first elimination. Octa, our last match top fragger, does have a teammate right there with him, but it is right here with Team Canada in our first zone. So toxic. Almost half of it off the map or in the water. Cloudy is down to about 5 HP. He didn't even Rain W. Thank you, Rain. Get that W in the chat for Phoebe. Guys, check out Rain and her YouTube channel. She made a song for me. I will be doing a giveaway soon for it, and just not set up for it just yet. Woo! So much going on. Alright, Team Entity in the Panthers. They're in a fight. They should be over here in San Martin. They are over here in San Martin. We got fights going off Team Entity. Up to 2 eliminations, but here they come right up and in. Ace OP up to 3 eliminations. Ace is OP. And then I saw another fight right on down over here. Where are all the fights going on? You guys are overwhelming me with the support. I love you guys so much. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you. Alright. So I think this is the main fight. And oh no. So now we did lose our last match top fragger. They went out over here to Team Canada. Nika Sneaka up. So let's go. Nika's still trying to get some eyes over onto JP Esports. Nika with the SKS and no helmet. Not all that excited about popping his head up and over that ridge line using the hill glitch. Just doing jumping jacks. Do ya know me? Over here in the fight with Urza Esports. Let's head up over here and find out what's going on. Yes, I do know you, and I'm a big fan. Look at this. Oh, he's got Urza Esports right there in his sight. Vortex, he is still right here, keeping an eye on top of you. Garrito going down, Vortex going down, and we've even got the explosive bow in action from Do Ya Know Me. He wants that elimination. Oh, look at this. You saw Lofsy off in that background. Lofsy trying to come up and around, trying to get some of those angles in You Know Me knows that Lofsy is there. Oh, can he get to his car in time to get out of the spray from Lofsy? We all know that Lofsy can spray. He's got that spray going on. So now he's going to come on down and in. He's going to be able to get Carrito. Look at that. Yeah, there goes Carrito. Ping headed up and over to where Lofsy just was. So now let's see. Upgrade. Upgrade is now in a fight with Poison. And where's that going on? Let's go. Lofsy, I think, is one of the last ones still standing over here as they come pushing right up and in on him. And Lofsy going down to Coffin. Making coffins as a profession. So now I think Zeus may be able to get on out of there, but I do see that Death Angels are still wrapping up and around. Zeus may be able to stay out of that chaos. Let's head on down. Let me go ahead and put that map screen up there. Give you guys an idea of where we are in this. Like I said, we do have quite a bit of map missing. I think it's about 30% water or so. If you want to include the islands, it's about 25%, but it's not very often we see the islands at the end. So now let's get off this let's get off the solo player and head on over to the Silver Spurs. The Silver Spurs coming in crazy hot. The Silver Spurs, they are in Group C, so they have another day. They have all day tomorrow to make up some points, but they missed the first couple of matches. So I'm not sure if they made it into that run match or not, but we will have scores at the end of tonight's match. Thank you, Starry, for doing scores for us. Alright, so it doesn't look like they're going to get into that fight. We still have Team Canada right on in the center area, and they've got Demon Souls coming in from that north side in RIP department. The Rest in Peace department coming in from the south. So they are getting crushed in two sides. Look at Cloudy. Cloudy with that spray over on the Gambito. So let's go. Our zone is getting ready to pop. Let me put this map screen up, and you can see that we are still over in the Impala Islands. We still have all sorts of water. We have more water than we had before. A very toxic zone for this final day for Group B. So Group B, they are going to have to really figure it out. Group B is slot 3 through 13. Silver Spurs, the start of Group C. So we'll be losing all of those teams going into finals. And we do have the team. Look at this, Ronaldo at the top of the world of the Red Rocks. He's able to get those sight lines right on down, as we do have Team Canada pushing right up underneath them. But if we zoom in, you can see the Impala area is really starting to heat up. We have not only straight out of Nepal, but we also have Team Canada and the Rest in Peace department, plus Exia coming right up and in as well. Our drop is over there right on the edge of the beach. What a beach zone. It's a beach, I'm telling you. We could imagine ending up on the island. Anything is possible at this point. The island still has a possibility. VIP at the other end with Rest in Peace. Let's see if we can get over to the south side of Impala and find out what's happening right on over here. Look at this. Wolf up on the Red Rock, also trying to get those shots, and there goes XP3. XP3 says, let me at him. Nemesis taking those shots out. Don't forget that Ventru Inc. right here on your screen was #1 coming into the lobby tonight after 5 matches yesterday. We will know at the end of tonight where they end up. They won the $100 last night. Will they do it again tonight? That's my question. Alright, we also have the Silence coming in. They're up here in the mining town, and we already know that the mining town is being watched over by Straight Outta Nepal. Plus, we have Team Canada over here as well. You can see in the mini-map all the green. The green is the Silence and Team Canada. And, ooh, Gambito in a fight with Velocity Extreme. Oh, they're coming up on you. Ampathor. Let me go ahead and scroll on in. We do have a player way up in the armpit area, but I think I can go ahead and put this map screen up really quickly. And there, Nycroy going down. The Silence are only a trio, now down to a duo. As Team Canada is pushing up, but Team Canada has Straight Outta Nepal at their back, and look at that, Straight Outta Nepal getting one onto Ventru. And we've got a fight going off way over here in the blue as well. VIP Esports Mexico in a fight over here with Team Aces coming out of Monte Nuevo. Keeping an eye on that. So we do have Team Aces coming in from that south side, but the majority of the fight is right here along this coastal region, all the way from Impala, all the way along that ridge line going to the north. We have teams everywhere. And we still have the fight between Velocity Extreme and the Demon Souls. And I believe that is to the north side. Our zone's getting ready to pop again. Let's go ahead and find out where we are headed this time. And look at that. We pulled off the water. And now we're headed between Impala and Minas Generalis. So now most of these teams are already in the zone. Only a few have to shuffle in, but we are so concentrated right along this eastern edge. So if we shift again to the west, some of these teams are really going to be hurt. So we do have Urza way up in that northeast side. Plus we've got a couple of teams down in Leones still, but most of these teams are already set up in this next zone, so they can continue their fights. And if they've got compounds, they can continue to refresh their gear going into the further stages. We are only in stage 3. We still have 16 teams in this. So look at this. Exia are also coming right up in, and they're gonna end up right here. They are going to the north side. Velocity Extreme still in that fight with Demon Souls. Where are these two teams constantly fighting? Oh, Urza. What's going on with Urza? Urza wrapped up and around, was able to get this solo, was able to get another elimination over onto Demon Souls. Demon Souls did not like that. I think they are down to just a duo now. Let me check. Yes, they are. Gambito going out very early, and now Alec Hino was also taken down. But now Demon Souls are right under the watchful eye of straight out of Nepal, Ronaldo at the top. Look at the sight lines Ronaldo has on all these teams coming in from that northern side. We also have some chaos right on over here. Rest in peace. There goes Carnage. I'm sorry, Carnage. So we also have a fight going over here with Team Entity. So let me go ahead and put some side by side, give you guys an idea of what is happening, because Team Entity coming up onto Upgrade, and I saw another team over here, Urza. So Urza right there on top. Urza coming in from behind. May be able to third party this with Team Entity right in front of Urza. Team Entity's back to Urza. Could be really tough on them. So now let's see what else is happening. I do love this sight line for Ronaldo. He's able to see all these teams coming on out. Team Entity still in this fight with Upgrade over here. Nexus OP getting a knock, and now he's pushing right up and over this ridgeline. And I think I saw Havoc on this at some point. Havoc! And it looks like Havoc is coming right on through. Let me see what Havoc is doing. As here they come right up and in on top of him. Havoc is trying to get them off of here. Oh, the jump shot! The jump shot by Nexus OP! Team Aces up to 7 eliminations and all of that. And now our zone does pop again. And we are still going over towards the Minas Generalis area. So we are are in stage 4. 1 minute left. Straight on Nepal. It's going to have to come down off of this. Look at this. He's already making his way on down. So let me go ahead and put this. Ronaldo not easing up on Team Entity across. That is Axia trying to come right up and in. Let's go ahead and focus in on that while these other teams are trying to get on. There goes another one to Team Aces. Silver Spurs going down to the Team Aces. And let's see what else is happening for Madian, because Madian is having some issues over here. There are teams on every angle. Madian going down to half out, trying to move up and over by the Red Rocks, the parting of the Red Sea. So now look at this. Ronaldo coming right up and around JG right in front of him. Ronaldo was thinking about trying to come in and around, but the rest of his team was able to get Ronaldo. So now we do have to move on in. Let's get on over to the fight with Team Aces and Ventru. We got Ventru on the right side and Team Aces. Sandra, Sandra getting shot right in the back. Josh is the last one still standing. Josh trying to get those shots up and over the hill. Here comes the seat swap. Tonka from behind, and we're over here at the parting of the Red Sea. Let's get up over here to Sakura. Sakura, one of the top fraggers of tonight. And Sakura going down. Lynn is the last one still standing, trying to come right up and in onto all of this. Go backwards, go backwards, go backwards. Oh, Cloudy said that's enough of that. Cloudy is the last one still standing underneath all these teams, trying to push right up and in. Straight on Nepal on one side and Team Entity right to the north side of them. Cloudy, here they all come. Cloudy throw it. Oh, Cloudy getting the stun. Oh, there he goes. Round and round, racing up, trying to get the shots over onto straight out of Nepal. And with that S12. Oh, but he gets found by Degas. Degas from across the way for Silent Esports. Ace OP does have JP right on down below him. This is the main fight at the moment. VIP, the only full team in zone. So the rest of these 5 teams still have to push into zone. A perfect donut zone. So all these teams are going to have to push right on in. As I said, VIP Mexico, they are the only team in zone. Let's head on over and check in on what is happening, because we do have Ventru coming right up and in, pushing in onto VIP. Oh, Melgar coming right up and in. Nemesis is the last one still standing against all 4 of them from VIP. VIP getting knocked and picked apart, being right there in the middle of all this. And now, no, 7, the last one still standing. The Golden Flyer, what a nade. What a nade, taking out 2 of them from the Golden Flyer, and he's going to be able to clutch it up, get a MG 18 back up onto his feet. But the rest of the lobby are now coming up and around. We got 4 teams remaining. We've got the Silence over here. Look at the chaos out here in this field. We've got the Silence, we've got Team Entity, and then we've got VIP right over here. And the Golden Fire are all trying to make it across the street into this zone. Look at the Golden Fire just on that edge of zone. He does have to come across that street. Epador going down, so now it's just Sigma. Sigma, the last one, still standing for the Silence, and we do have a duo for Team Entity, and a duo for VIP Esports. Oh, Team Entity is a trio. Nexus OB all the way in that back trying to figure out if he can get some sightlines over onto Sigma. Sigma way over here. Sigma, let's go ahead and get Sigma on the screen. And let's do a side-by-side, guys. Here we go. We still have VIP. Oh, Ace OB right there in no 7. And 7 up to 5 eliminations. Sigma right here behind it. We are down to the top 3. We've got Team Entity. We have 5 players in this. We have a duo for VIP Mexico. We have a duo for Team Entity and the solo from the Silence. Ooh, number 7 trying to come right up and in, right on top of the Sigma. Sigma straight across from them in the smoke, and they're still trying to push their way in. The top fragger at the moment, Lost in with 5. And 7 with 5, and Sigma with 4. This nade! Oh, I saw that nade coming right up and over, so let's get some Lost in versus number 7. So Nexus OP in line with that Male, but Lost in keeping an eye across the way. We're down to the top, the final 4 players of tonight's final match for B versus C. So the final match for Group B. The final match for Team 12. Team Aces. After tonight, will they go to finals? It is all still. We still have a full day to know, and now it is Team Entity. Lost in the last one still standing against a duo from VIP. Then 7 up to 7 eliminations. So he knew the 7 was there, and there it is. Woo, let me go ahead and take this off for you guys so you can all see the scores. VIP coming in first with 11 eliminations. GGN007 coming in second. We've got Team Entity with 11 eliminations. Coming in third, the Silence with 6 eliminations. GG top 3. GG. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18, 19, and 20. Going all out, VIP number 7 with 7 eliminations, 1,124 damage. Guys, give me just a few minutes. I will be right back with the unofficial live scores for Group B versus Group C. I'll be right back. Up and around, but we do have upgrade up to 4 eliminations. Let's get back on over here. Find out what Sadra is doing. Sadra right over here in the Neox factory as well, trying to push right up and in. You can see there are right across from Evolution Gaming holding that window down. Josh trying to get the nade right up and in, and trying to get those shots right up and in. Does get the shots in on top of Team 10. Comes right up and in behind him. Josh up to 2 elimination, but now here comes Risk Esports also pushing up right behind Josh. Josh down to 16. 13 13 ammo in the JS9. So now let's get back on over to the Neox factory, find out what is happening with Team Entity. Team Entity, Hope up to 4 eliminations. You can hear the shots going off in the background. Let's get back on over there and find out what's happening with Team Secret. Or Team Liquid Secret. Woo, there's so much action happening. SS425. Hello, big fan SS. Yes, I am doing okay. How about you? Thank you. So now, player 2 getting pointed out by Hope. Hope seeing him running across over and on in, but Nike now getting pushed up. Hello, everyone, and welcome back, W Starry OP. Are you guys ready to see these scores? Coming in first, Team Entity taking home tonight's $100 prize. Woo! They came in with 57 total points. A winner, chicken dinner straight out of Nepal with 57. Death of Angel at 45. Tied with Team Canada. So don't forget, tonight was the final matches for B. So Group A and Group C will be coming in tomorrow. Make sure you come back for tomorrow's matches. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out and supporting these players, these teams, the Felis Discord server, and me. We all truly appreciate you. Please hit the like, and I will see you tomorrow night. I love you guys. Stay safe.